I want to welcome you back to Black Side Sports tonight. We're going to talk about Ravens linebacker Jaylon Ferguson dying of fentanyl and cocaine overdose. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Baltimore Ravens linebacker, a tremendous young linebacker, died of fentanyl and cocaine overdose. I'm going to read you part of this article by NBC News. Baltimore Ravens outside linebacker Jaylon Ferguson, whose death last week at the age of 26 sent shockwaves through the NFL, died from the combined effects of fentanyl and cocaine, authorities said Friday. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, a statewide agency in Maryland, also determined Ferguson's manner of death was an accident. Ferguson's family could not be reached for comment Friday. His agent, Sharif Lawson, declined to discuss the findings, which were released the day before Ferguson's funeral. The service will be held Saturday in his native Louisiana. In a statement to NBC News, the Ravens said, "Our priority is to focus on the man Jaylon was and the positive impact he made so many as a father, son, fiance, friend, and teammate. It would be inappropriate for us to comment further while we continue to support the family and teammates who are mourning the tragic loss of a loved one and will celebrate his life tomorrow." On June 21st, Baltimore police responded just before 11 p.m. to a report of a questionable death and found Ferguson unresponsive, being treated by medics, the department said in a statement. He never regained consciousness and was pronounced dead at the scene, according to a statement. No signs of trauma was found or foul play suspected at this time, but investigators are now ruling out the possibility of an overdose, police said. The status of the police department's investigation into Ferguson's death was unclear. There are so many people, young people in this country, dying of opioids, but they're also dying of fentanyl. And this is where I get extremely mad. It's because fentanyl is made in China, it's sent to Mexico, then it comes across our border. And we know we have an open border right now. The cartels are having a field day sending fentanyl into America. Now, his fentanyl cocaine overdose caused the stampede. When they found out Jaylon Ferguson died, most addicts wanted the same drug. And that's how it is in the streets, because they want that extra high. We're going to have a commander-in-chief in the White House who's willing to put his foot down on fentanyl and cocaine use, because it is blatantly out of control in this country. Fentanyl is coming across the border like it's water. They just caught two illegal immigrants with about $1 million worth of fentanyl pills. And did you know the DA let them go without bail? This is what's going on in this country. That we're losing 100,000 a year to fentanyl and cocaine. And it seems like we have no policy from the White House. We have the worst prosecutors in major cities in America with fentanyl, cocaine, heroin, and any other opioid that's being taken. And this young man lost his life. It's also his fault, for the simple fact that he's a professional athlete. He had everything a man could want: a girlfriend, children, a family. But it wasn't enough. And sometimes we feel as though athletes, because they seem to have everything, that they should have no problems. Evidently, He may have had a drug problem. Or he could have been a recreational user. And you know, if you take fentanyl with anything, you could die quick. It doesn't matter if you're a drug addict or a recreational user. Fentanyl is extremely dangerous. You know, when you deal with fentanyl, you got to have gloves, sometimes a mask on when you deal with that drug. That's how powerful it is. It is sad to see this young man lose his life because he had a bright future. You figure you got 6-7 more years in the NFL. You could have got generational income for your family, and he threw it all away for possibly one night of fentanyl and cocaine. It's sad to see. It's sad to see his family have to go through this. And it's sad to see a young man's life cut because of one wrong decision. It's just like Len Bias back in the late 80s. If it was one player that could be as great as Michael Jordan, it was Len Bias. And he had one night after the NFL draft, and he took some cocaine, and he never woke up. And it seems like it just repeated itself in Baltimore. I want to thank you for listening to Black Side Sports. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.